Oh, hi. I've been busy. Too busy to make videos, but I've been playing. So my kid wants me to try to get this buggy going again. But there's so many problems with this thing. This whole rear section's got to get cut out. This is not welded in there right. This whole rear end, I hate this whole rear end. That can go away. So I've been pulling stuff out of the backyard and seeing if I can get things working here. That's pretty sweet. Let's see what else you got here. I got a couple pans out here. I've been busy, like I said. This here is the pan from that old Beetle that was been in the bushes. You can kind of see, sort of similar, the color, right? It's that nasty color. It's all hacked up, cut up. I couldn't even get the doors off of that thing. It was so rotten. Problem is this pan, I mean, you can, there's no floor. Like, I can go through the floor, touch the ground. So that's no good. But what I want is this rear end section here. Excuse me. Rear end section. So this section here is going to get all cut out of here. I'm going to keep this middle part till about here. That can get hacked off, cut this way, cut like that, and that can get stuffed underneath that red buggy. Because if you look at all my buggies, they all look like that. They use that rear section, and then you weld it onto the tubes. So if you look at the black one, see, there's that rear section, all that rear section, and all this from here forward is all hand fabricated, all the tubes hand fabricated, and that there right to here, right where the seat, holy crap, that's a lot of mud, right here to where the seat bracket is, this is custom seat bracket, that is part of it. And if you come over here and you look, right to here is original. And then from here forward is all hand fabbed. But all this stuff here is part of one of those rear ends. And this buggy is cool and all, but it's got the CV axles, and I already blew a CV axle way out in the middle of nowhere. And that was great. A little bit of flowing, you know, wobbly pops, and you're stuck way in the middle of nowhere. I don't like these swing arms and CV axles. I like the tubes. I like the sorry, the swing axle. That is the CV with what do you call that? A trailing arm. I like these style because they're a heck of a lot tougher. The only problem is when you look at it, see the tires kind of lean like this, like that, and like that. But what do? I guess you got to put some weight in the back, straighten it up. So this is the old pan that was in that old trailer in the backyard. I found some old tires that an old man had that actually bolted up. Only shitty part is I had to flip them inside out because they wouldn't bolt on there properly, because they'd get in the way of the torsion arm and the torsion bar. But yeah, this will be pretty sweet. This transmission, I don't know what year this thing is, but I mean, I've never seen a Volkswagen transmission that's two halves that's bolted together. So I mean, God, this has got to be like late 50s, early 60s. Pretty cool. I just got to get a front end. So today the plan is I want to pull it all out, get some tires on it. Because this pan is so rotten and I can't do anything with this pan, I'm going to hack it, put that on the red buggy. I'm going to put this front beam on that pan and make a pan buggy. But the only problem is with this one, see, this one rolls, but it doesn't turn. You can't turn. The whole steering knuckle, the whole kingpin is completely locked up on this, and on this side too. Completely locked up. And this one doesn't even turn. So that's what I'm working on today. I don't know how much I'm going to film, but I should have been filming this right from the beginning, because this is like a buggy man thing. And if you look back, like, I got a couple pans sitting out here. This is going to be a pretty sick project, but it's going to take a while. So I don't know how much I'm going to film. I want to try to make one big long video, maybe an hour and a half, and actually have something running down the driveway when this video is done. So it'd be little clips here and there, but that's what I'm working on. The beginnings of a pan buggy. Yeah. Well, it's pretty much taken me all day, but this is what we got so far. I got a front beam on there, I got some tires on there. Finally, I got these wheels turning. This is like an all-day job to get these wheels turning. And lastly, I had to pull that knuckle off and beat that kingpin out. And it's a little tight still, but you can get it to turn for the most part. Like it turns, but she's a little tight. I think if we get going and start driving it around, it should loosen up that side over there. This side's loose, that side is not, but that's how far we made her for day one. This thing's going to be pretty sweet. And as you can see, I got the steering column on there. I'm going to grab this bar up like that. It's going to hold that steering wheel up. This thing's going to be pretty sick when it's all done. That's end of day one. Oh yeah, and for day one, ran into a problem that's kind of a big problem. Something I wasn't expecting. The transmission's locked up. Can't get the freaking thing to go. I just hung this phony engine on the back here, but you grab that shaft, you can't turn it. There's something wrong inside there. So that's no big deal. Pop those guys off, take those out, pull the axles out, and we could split that in the middle, and we could actually have a look inside that thing. I pulled the plug out. Was it this plug here? There's some pretty gnarly grodies even in the plug. Like that's like what, sand? Yeah, like sand. Wasn't expecting sand inside this trans, but we'll take her apart, have a look. Can't be too screwed up, can it? Can it? How do you get sand in there? Alright, we'll call this day 2. So I got her in the shop. I got that transmission all pulled out. And I'm starting to take this apart, and it is not looking good. I don't know what to think. That's all the crap that came out of there. This is not really wanting to come out of there. I don't know if there's a special way to get that off. Hang on. Survey says, oh my God, what is all that? Oh no. I don't think I'm going to be able to use this one. Oh my God. That's that. Has this thing been like sitting in a lake or something? Holy crap. Oh yeah, it's got the hockey stick is stuck there. Hey, there we go. Oh my God. What? Oh my. I don't know if this is savable. Holy shit. Ooh. Ooh, well that bearing's locked up. Well, you never know until you try, right? I might be able to get this. I may be able to save this. Down with that, I'm saving this thing. We'll see if we can get this thing to turn, man. Next, I'm going to take all those bolts off and crack the case open. Okay, I got a little stand here. Got all the bolts out of it. Let's see what wonders lie inside, if we can even get it to come apart. Oh, no, we can't get it to come apart. We forgot one. Well, that ain't ever going to come apart. Okay, now I got all the nuts and bolts out of it, I think. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, sounds a little hollow. Sounds like it wants to come apart. Might need a real hammer, not this. Don't want to bust it all. Oh, it wants to come apart. That's good. I'm missing some hardware here. Why? Alright, I must be missing something here. I'm gonna go around it here for a minute. Oh my god. Hey. Ew. Oh my god, did you look at all that crap in there? Ugh.
It stinks.
Alright, and there it is. Here's all my parts of my transmission. So, no, it's not bad. It's not the worst I've ever seen. It is disgusting where like the gear train is completely full of crud, as you can see. And the sliders don't move. Like the shift slider is stuck into place, so that's going to have to get beat apart and clean. The case is, I don't get it. It's as if this transmission was in a river. There's so much dirt and stuff in it. Like I was thinking this is like aluminum corrosion. This is not aluminum corrosion. I don't know what the hell this shit is. This is like legit sand. It's all stuck around the shift forks. But there's no big dents or damages to any of the case bits, and like even down here, like that is not aluminum corrosion. That is sand. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well that's end of day 2. I'm gonna see if I can get some bearings, because this bearing is completely locked up, and I think that was what was stopping it from turning. I was able to put a bar on there and get things to turn, but it sounded pretty gross. That's why I really wanted to split it apart. So there we go. I'm gonna get some stuff and I'll come back when it's going back in and going back together. Alright, and a couple hours later we have nice clean gears, or cleaner, but at least now the synchros, the shift sleeves actually work and move. Yeah, I couldn't even get this one. I couldn't get this shift sleeve here to move at all. It was all jammed up there. But the only casualty I'm seeing so far is this is the main shaft. This is the main shaft bearing. It's locked up pretty tight. And then the counter shaft, that's shot too. So 2 new bearings. I don't think I'm going to do much with this. I mean, I can't pull those out without pulling the sleeves out, and just I'm not into doing that. That's just too much for me. But here's a problem. Shit. I forget which way that diff goes in there. Uh-oh. I guess I'll figure it out. See as she goes. That still needs to be cleaned up a little bit, the counter shaft. That bearing's not too bad, but it's a little gooey. That's where we are for now. So, project's on hold until I can get the bearings. Good luck. Alright, back out here for another day. We have a transmission for a transaxle, and everything spins, and it is all nice and clean. All the gears are clean. The case is still, you know, pretty gnarly, but that's all just corrosion. There's nothing I can do about that. It's a little bit over here too. But we have a transmission, so I'm going to throw the half back on and put the diffie back in there and throw her back in the buggy, which is over here, that I can throw the tires back on there today. Hopefully today. So hopefully we'll have a good roller today. So that's what I'm doing today. Oh yeah. Yo. Take a little tappy with a hammer, but I'm gonna get that all back together, throw the bolts in it, which I just cleaned up, and throw it back in the pan. And a couple hours later, we have a transmission that spins. Okay, turn that thing. Turn that transmission shaft. And we got 4th gear. It's a little stiff, but I mean, for what I got going on back here, I'm not surprised at the vice grips and this coupler back here. Might have to change that to a newer style coupler, but there we go. There's another job done. And on to next project is the engine for it. I don't know if anybody notices this, but I was going to build a buggy. I was going to call it the Super 1200, and the job kind of fizzled out because of money and didn't really care anymore, but we're going to build that one up. I got some engine parts coming. Should be here in the next couple days. We could put this in and get it in there, and then we just have to do everything else, like cables and brakes and stuff. Alright, it's day 5, I think. Working on the engine now. That's what we got so far. We got it all tore apart, got it all cleaned up. So ready to go back together. Not new pistons, but very, very well cleaned. And cylinders, same thing. Not new, but not too old. It's a little bit of surface rust there from cleaning them, but this thing will good. New set of rings. That's why I fizzled out on this project last time. I couldn't get rings for this engine, and now I can. So I'm gonna. I just got some stuff. I'm trying this new stuff. It's like a contact cement. This gas gashinch. That stuff. Trying that. But I can get it all together and throw some pistons on there. Ooh. Gotta show you what I got. Hopefully this video pans out, but I got brand new in box. Brand new. Ooh, I'm so excited. I've never had brand new engine parts for a dune buggy ever. I've always run old junk. You ready? Oh, brand spanking new cylinder heads. They weren't cheap, that's for sure. Brand spanking new. Oh, they don't get any newer than this. And yes, there's no There's no valves, but that's all on the box here. It came with a box with the goodies. We got valves and springs and keepers, and yeah. This engine's gonna be kick-ass. This is not the right head for this engine. This is a 15 to a 1600 cc head, so it's got bigger valves. It should flow a lot better. This thing's gonna be pretty sick. But I'm gonna throw that case off together and we'll have a short block. All right, it's nice and tacked up. All right, let's slam this together. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part. Come on now. I know you came off of there. Ow, I'm stuck. Ah! This guy. Ah, there we go. Oh, holy shit. Okay. That should just pull together. All right. Oh, and an absolute must. If you ever build one of these engines, an absolute must, you've got to get these spring clippy thingies here. They hold the cam followers in place, so when you're putting that case off in, they don't fall out. I learned that the hard way the first time I built one of these engines, and I waited for these for a week because I just could not get it together. But yeah, I gotta throw some bolts in there. We'll have a good short block here. Next is I'm gonna put the rings on the pistons, hang the pistons, put the jugs on, build the heads, put the heads on. Got a couple of things to do. I gotta find a fuel pump for it. I gotta put the distributor drive gear in it. Should be able to run it then. I didn't quite get to the short block, but she's close. I got the case house together, everything torqued down, everything moves nice and free in there. Nothing's all bound up. The crank moves nice. But yeah, I didn't even get around to the pistons and the rings, but everything's clean, everything's ready to go. I gotta assemble those heads. It'll be a couple days before I have a runner. But yeah, here we go. Day 5? All right. Okay, so we are just about there. You know, big mess. Engine installed. Missing a few things. I do not have an intake manifold that works with this engine. I'm stupid. I should have just got the dual port intake, dual port heads. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, I got lots of dual port stuff. I don't have any single port stuff, so should have bought the right stuff. Just excited that they had it for sale, that's all. But there's where we are now. It's looking pretty sexy in there. I'm taking a few parts off the red buggy, you know, like the valve covers and the starter and whatnot. Yeah, she's coming along nicely. Coming along nicely. Got those exhausts on there. This thing should rip pretty good. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna post this video now. You know, this is like 3 weeks worth of work I got into this thing so far, and there's like what, a 20-minute video. So this type of stuff takes a while. So I got to put a video out. I want to put some sort of content out. So that's where we are now. Yeah. Oh. The sun is on me. Oh. That was weird. Okay, I'm leaving now. I'll come back for another part. We'll do another part on this thing because I still got to do cables and brakes and wheel cylinders and brake lines and clutch. So I actually harvested the flywheel and clutch out of the Type 3 that was in the red buggy. I'm not doing anything with it, so why the heck not? So the flywheel is brand new, the clutch is brand new. Throw her in this thing. I tried to spin it over, but my little jump pack died, and I don't really feel like messing around with that tonight.
It's late. I want to get this video out there. Okay, bye. End of part 1.